Hey guys, Ranjan here, bringing on stock for commentary. Never mind the countdown, starting the video right away. Right here, Jaedong versus Canata. Group A quarterfinals, Avalon MSL third set on Byzantium 3 or Byzantium 3. Jaedong, second time in a row, playing teal at the upper right-hand corner with his new black hair, which I keep commenting on. Yes, Jaedong's black hair has turned black. Oh my god. And we're going to have Canata at the lower left in white. So cross positions. Ooh. We could have a macro game in the making. For those of you that don't know, which I'm sure you do, this game has already been commentated on by, I believe it was Diggity, Rise, and Klazart. Oh yeah, I believe Diggity, Klazart, and Rise all together on Vile Attack. They released it before I managed to, because I've been working a lot. Everybody's on vacation, so I have to fill in for pretty much everybody. I am so sorry, but that's just the way it is. What are you going to do? Okay, moving on to the game. 1-1 so far. In the last set, I had Varosh to join me. He would have joined me for more games, but unfortunately he had to leave town and do other things, so sorry. I'm sure I'll get him to join me a little bit more in this MSL. Varosh's a pretty good guy. I apologize his stuttering and umness. He has never commentated with someone as awesome as myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm not as awesome as so many other guys. I still kind of, feel immense bliss when I duel with somebody like Diggity. I just sit in my room and go for the next, 2 hours. Yeah, even, dueling with Nuke just brings a humongous grin on my face. So let's see, Jaedong going for yet again for 12 heads. Very safe, of course, on this map. 4-play map, I'm sorry. I think a lot of commenters say match instead of map and the other way around as well. It's just something that happens. Refinery alongside Iraq. So Canata this time, instead of going for the overly heavy economic SK Terran build, he's in fact going to go for mech. So long, large map, he's going to trust himself that he can simply get his mech going and, win that way. Jaedong, of course, going to go heavy economy, sending out drone scouts. Both players are going to take a little time to scout each other. Canata hasn't even sent his scout out yet, most likely waiting for his Rex division before he does that. Jaedong getting his extractors alongside his spawning pool. And despite everything, I think Canata has put up a decent game. I think he didn't play as careful as he did in the last time, went aggressive economy, and then just didn't accomplish with it as much as he should have been able to. He did pretty well overall, but not spotting that fourth base of Jaedong in the end was basically what killed him. As you saw, as soon as he spotted the fourth base, it was like, oh god, this has been running forever, hasn't it? GG. That's pretty much what it did there. But this is going for a mech build, and we're going to see what he manages to do with this. As Varosh himself said, Canata is the type of player that occasionally brings the type of play you don't expect Canata to bring, and he manages to win with very solid gameplay, getting his factory up. And I really like Canata that, against Zerg anyway, he's been playing a little bit non-standard. He's been, also against Terran, he's been playing a little bit non-standard, been adding a little bit of style, finesse, flash to his usual plays. Jaedong, he knows where Canata is now, but does not get the drone through. I actually should have possibly even decided, didn't want to sacrifice his drone to get the scout, I'm guessing. Although if he had decided to, he would have known that Canata was going for mech build, but he apparently does not. So Jaedong now getting his lair up. Canata, meanwhile, has the CV inside, running around trying to keep it alive. Hizuka has been so long. Oh, getting surrounded, unfortunately, there, just as it was about to complete this the run around the minerals. Jaedong now going to put down a creep colony just out of his natural, because he doesn't really know what Canata's going for, so he was fearing just in case Canata might be going for something more aggressive than he's actually going for. Canata actually getting his own natural expansion now. And knows that Jaedong went to the 12 hatch, so he's going to compete economically. Looking at the polls, 77% think that Jaedong is going to win. 23% actually do give Canata, and I think that against Jaedong, give it 3 months ago to 6 months ago, a player like Canata would not be that high in the polls, but he has been showing some impressive play lately, so a lot of players look forward to seeing what he can actually do. So let's see, Vulture's now out for Canata's, getting his second racks up. Interesting, so he might actually, okay, so never mind the mech, he's actually going to go for early Vultures to do some harassment. Not going to be too successful with that, but he is going to go on to transition to more racks. We're going to see what he actually decides to go for Starport soon, maybe get some Valkyries in the mix. and no just an engineering base, so he seems to be just simply transitioning to regular Merc Marine after getting some vultures up. Definitely putting on some pressure. Not going to be too effective though, at least so far. I just think he got the factory, nothing. I just got the vultures up to do some economic harassment. This is going to help him hold back Jaedong just in case it tries to break his front. There's the academy going down, so Canata is definitely just going for standard Merc Marines so far. Right after this switch, went for early vultures just to make sure that Jaedong couldn't harass. The natural expansion was coming up just to help him alongside, and that no zergling armbinds were going to go by. A lot of hydras on the field. No thou for Jaedong. Now for Jaedong, though. I'm sorry. Thou before no. My English is mixed up. I'm not a native speaker. But yeah, I think Jaedong's just going for a lot of hydras because I think he's expecting mech. He's seen vultures, he's seen the timing. He hasn't seen the dual axis, he hasn't seen the Canata's actually transitioning to medic marines, and I think that's kind of what Canata's hoping for. He has that one bunker up, which Jaedong will most likely assume, hey, he's just trying to pour some defenses. A lot of hydras just being grouped up by Jaedong right now. Third barracks coming up now for Canata. So Jaedong's actually morphing lurkers, I'm sorry. And Canata microing a vulture around some zerglings and killing them. But now going to meet some hydras, and now going to be forced to run back. I don't even know if Canata has spotted the lurkers, though. He is going to have scans up because his academy should be ready at this point. So it's going to come down to a little bit to how effective Jaedong is with that. Now running inside with his overlord. I'm still not sure if he actually ever got the scan. I still have no idea if he knows that scan is ready. He's going for lurkers in hopes that he's going to catch some mech off guard, and that Canata's not going to have anything ready for this. But our turrets not being put up at the main. I'm not quite sure if they're already at the natural. There's an overlord there. I'm going to see what that's actually just spotted. What he's actually thinking of going for a drop. I'm not. Yeah, it is a lurker drop. There are turrets being put inside the main. Just not moving out. One turret is going to be trying to move up, but the lurkers are going to move right towards the SCV line. The SCV is still mining, and Canata, and a lot of time with just now push the SCVs back. Doesn't get too much killed. Canata cancels a building. I think he was most likely putting down a turret. Now some medic marines meeting some lurkers and zerglings just to try to run towards his base. The lurkers are going to run right towards the natural expansion. Get right past the SCVs. We're going to see the SCVs actually manage to run away. Some of them do get pulled off the line, but some of them aren't going to lose their lives. I think Canata should. He saved more SCVs than, you know. Then this could have been a lot worse for me. He's going to be able to clean this up. The lurkers do go down, but there are still lurkers at his main, just forcing the SCVs to run between. So oh man, Jaedong with a very, very beautiful move there. Another lurker going to burrow down. Is going to get picked off though by those marines that they try to run past it. Lurker's still killing some marines though, and oh man, just no comp sets being allowed to put down. So all in all, but the final lurker does indeed go down. Now zerg is actually coming down natural expansion, trying to surround the bunker. Bunker is going to go down. Marines are now going to go down. Jaedong with a beautiful, beautiful timing. Not going to allow those comm stations to stay up just so he can continue putting on constant pressure. Firebats now finally out for Canata, so I think he's finally going to be able to possibly push this back. Jaedong now expanding at 12 o'clock, putting on some very, very heavy pressure. And the early vultures not being effective at all for Canata. I honestly feel that he got caught off guard very badly here. A lot of zerglings being taken down, but those lurkers are finally going to get bit. Oh no! No, man, just survive this SCV! I think I'm not sure whether SCV or I think the Marine took down the lurker. SCV and the lurker duel attacking a lurker. The Marine with 4 kills, in fact. More firebats not being produced. Heavy firebat producage there. Starport also not coming up for Canata, but Jaedong with a beautiful attack there. Lurkers on both sides, basically forcing the SCVs not being able to run to any direction. The SCVs all ran towards the natural expansion because that looked safe, while lurkers were coming inside the main, but then the lurkers came at the natural expansion, and Canata had to pull more, and they were just stuck at either location. Control tower and machine shop just now being put down by Canata, so this time he is going to go for something more standard rather than last time. Last time went... What am I talking about? SK is standard. But just, I felt he played a little too risky on going for two... the SK turn been on 2 bases. Jaedong now going to go for yet another lurker strategy. And we're going to see whether... I don't think Canata is not going to have tank with siege even close to ready yet to help. There are marines running up right now with siege, so he's definitely spotted at this point. There is a turret there, but the turret not close enough, I think. One more turret trying to be built, but that CV is going to go down before he manages to build it. And the turret's still trying to be built. Lurkers now trying to run up. SCVs have been pulled off the line, and zerglings and lurkers running up right towards the natural expansion. There's a second bunker trying to beat down. There are firebats inside that alongside Marines. The lurkers not coming in too close, but lurkers right inside the main. Some SCVs, a lot of SCVs have been pulled off the line, and just Jaedong doing a beautiful job overall in preventing Canata from mining, well, anything at all, really. Give me a sip here. Yet another lurker transfer. I'm still surprised. What the Canata just can't move out of his base. Finally now going to finish off the lurkers that were there inside of his main. Possibly thinking of pushing down with his SCVs again to continue mining, but he's just not going to be allowed to. Marines are now actually going to run right towards the lurkers. They're just going to be allowed to bury down. No scan goes off though, so you're going to be forced to retreat a little bit out of the range. But the lurkers now pinned in. Are, however, Zerglings running into support. Finally, a siege tank coming along. Although Jaedong's going to be very careful in how he handles that. Scourge now on the way, anticipating the teching up that Canata's doing. He's going to be getting some science missiles out fairly soon. So yeah, Jaedong abandons his strategy there. Finally gets spotted properly. Going to take his lurkers away. We're going to see what the Canata actually puts down the turret there just to make sure that it never happens yet again. Putting down a third bunker just outside of his natural expansion. He's been constantly harassing those two bases, trying to push out. Going to get another CV killed due to some lurkers that he was spotting. Poor SCV just trying to do his job and then, killed by lurkers. Yeah. The dangers of the job. Zerglings running around, and Canata's still only